Hello. Here are my flashcards. You're coming home from a nice vacation from Las Vegas. All of a sudden, you're hit by a car. Your car is pushed all the way to the barrier of the road, and you die instantly. Do you see the problem in this horrible situation? No matter how old you are, 12 all the way to 50, we all require some form of transportation, and for most of us, that form of transportation is a car. That's why today I'll be trying to convince you to support my solutions in making driving more safe. We'll be discussing a few problems of driving and why these problems exist in the first place, along with a few solutions to solve these problems. Cars have evolved quite a bit, where most EV cars can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour almost immediately with just a slight tap of the pedal. Another piece of technology that has also evolved is the iPhone, to the point where iPhones are so addicting that we can't live without an iPhone for longer than around a day. But people are using their phones too much, to the point where they're using it inside of the car while driving, which is extremely dangerous. According to the National Conference of Legislate, around 220 million people who have subscribed to a cellular data have around 80% of those people are reported to be using their phones while driving. To support this, according to USA Facts, around 77% of 228 million people are using their phones while driving. Another fact is, according to the U.S. Department of Transportation, who wrote the article Distracted Driving, state, if you're going at around the speed of 55 miles per hour and you just glance at a notification or something on your phone for around 5 seconds, you could travel the distance of an entire football field, which is extremely dangerous and increases the chances of a car crash to a significant degree. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, updated on December 28, 2022, almost 127 million people who are drunk driving, which is around 56% of all people driving. And imagine 56%, which is more than half the people on the road drunk, to some extent, in a metal box going at speeds above 60 miles per hour. And while you're also on the road. And you don't even have to imagine it. It's already a reality. Now let's talk about why people are not paying attention to this and still keep on doing it. The reason that people are still using their phones today while driving is because the penalties for the phone usage while driving is not that severe. According to the Office of Traffic, they state that the minimum fine for using your phone while driving is $162 only. And this only increases to multiple penalties. But until then, the chances of you crashing are very high. And once you actually crash into someone, you may end up taking their life or harming yourself, which would make your money almost go away instantly because of all the bills you have to pay now. According to John McCurley, who wrote driving laws on the website NOLO, it states that the first penalty for a DUI is $300 $90 up to $1,000, along with a rare and very rarely a 48 hours to 6 months in jail time. But this is extremely rare, and it only multiplies all the way to the third penalty, where things get really real. Where it gets to, on the third penalty, 30 months of DUI school, 35 years of probation, and along with a mandatory 120 days in jail. But because of this, the penalty doesn't really get too severe until your third penalty. This allows people to say, oh, this penalty wasn't too bad. I'm just going to keep on doing it until it gets really severe, the punishment at the third penalty. This is really dangerous because up until the third penalty, there's no guarantee that you're going to be safe and you're not going to harm anyone else or yourself while drunk driving. Now let's talk about a few ways we could resolve this problem. First, we could ask our legislators to increase the driving regulations and rules surrounding phone usage and alcohol usage while driving. You may be asking, who are our legislators anyway? Well, for the County of Pinole, our representative is named John M. Golia, and our state representative, or our state governor, is named Gavin Newsom. And if you want to research these people, go to the Pinole City government website. There you will find these people's information. Now let's go back to another solution. Another solution involves breathalyzers. Another solution revolving around alcohol is the breathalyzer. A breathalyzer is a device to monitor the blood to alcohol level. And if we were to somehow add that to the car, and to where unless you blow into it and the machine beeps to the point where unless you do that, the car would not start, preventing DUIs. Another version for the phone is we have a box where you have to put your phone inside to start the car, and to make sure that in case of an emergency, people can still get in contact, we add a button to the car where once it's pressed, it would automatically call 911, making it so the phone box doesn't prevent people from calling for help. Finally, we've discussed all the problems and why these problems are occurring, along with a few solutions. I believe if this continues and we don't try to use any of these solutions I gave, many deaths will occur, which is not really good. But on the other hand, if we were to try to implement these solutions into our modern days and try to stop DUIs and phone usage while driving, we could save many lives. This is extremely good, and I believe as a whole we can do it. I'm done. Bye.